Hello everyone, Siege here. Today I'm going to be showing off the last two version updates of the training map for the 2nd Marine Raider Battalion. That's going to be version 0.2.2 and version 0.2.3. I did not put out a video for 0.2.2 because I did not feel like it, and there were only 4 additions, which were pretty minor. But the changelog is on the GitHub if you want to check that out. So, starting off, we're going to go over here to the training peninsula and check out the shooting range, which was an addition first. It's pretty simply your firing positions here. You'll spawn in here and you have to walk up the steps, which is pretty annoying since there's steps and it's not really wheelchair accessible, but we're working on a fix for that. Might add in a ramp or something, so I'm sorry about that. But then you have your targets over here. These go from 100 meters, which they are at right now, all the way down here to 400 meters. Just to show that, this is 100 meters minus a few because this is behind it. And it goes all the way to 400 back here. So there's that. I updated the ORBAT to fix the VMA change. It said like 214 VMA, and I updated it to be VMA-214 or whatever the number was. We did some miscellaneous optimization changes, which I completely forgot what they were, but there it is. And then I also added in the USS Khe Sahn, which is this ship here, which is an LHD assault craft. Then we also added in the USS Liberty, which is a destroyer from the vanilla game. Pretty neat. There's nothing here except the boat and the marker for now, for all 3 of these. And then we also added in the cargo ship, which is a natural gas tanker. Also pretty neat. We'll be doing some cool stuff with that, possibly in the next update. So that's version 0.2.2. Moving on to the latest one, we got the 400 to 1,000 meter shooting range. We got our arsenal, our interact, and our position. And then all the way down here at 400 meters out, we have our targets. And these can go all the way to 1,000 meters. So there you go. Since it's on a runway, this one has the ability to hide these and then show them again if you need an aircraft to land on here, but this thing can't be hidden, so you might want to be careful about that. Try not to overshoot the runway or come in too low if you're coming in from this way. This isn't the main, this is the city airport, not the base airport though, so probably won't be using that too often. At the main base, we have the teleporters were added right here for the MOS training. That's going to be for the shooting ranges, both the 100, 400, and 400 to 1,000, and also the AT range. In addition to that, over here at the helicopter pads, we have some helicopters added in by Hull. Keep in mind that you will need to remove helicopters if you want to spawn more in via this interact panel. Speaking of the interact panel, we added in the all of the new helicopters, which are these: the Payfawk, MH60s, the Nighthawks, and also the Blackhawks. This one, the Payfawk, is the same one that is here. So that's that. And these are forget the name. I'm gonna look here. They're not there. These are Marines. I guess the CH-53s. So there's that. Next, cleaned up the layers here. This is just an editor thing, but yeah, it makes it easier to manage if you want to show and hide stuff. I almost forgot. Hull also added in some runway lights If I reveal this, we got lights on the ends and then all the way on the sides here, and then some more on the ends. There you go. Next, we merged the high terrain object layers at the both ends of the runway. So instead of having a ton of small ones here, we just put them into one big rectangle. That's also on this side and here. So there are no trees blocking the runway. Next is the AT range. We added this with a small camo net and arsenal and the indirect panel. Nothing special. And then this will go all the way down south. You can have targets. That'll be demonstrated in game. Pretty neat script in my opinion. Developed by yours truly. Next up, the shooting range for the 400 to 1000. Already went over that. And then the shoot houses for the pit. We added in spectator places here and here. The other ones don't have them yet, just because it was hard to find a spot where the walls wouldn't get in the way. But we'll figure something out. In addition to that, we made an option to have the AI be unresponsive, so when you spawn them in, they'll just sit there, and no matter how much you get in front of them, they won't shoot back or do anything. They'll just sit there, so you kind of have something to shoot at without worrying about like getting your teammates downed or something like that. Then we had some minor bug fixes because the AI were spawning outside of the shoot houses when I was testing it. Fix that. And the last thing was the loadout saving. So if you go in the arsenal in here, all of these arsenals have the ability to save your loadout as a custom kit. And then if you don't do that with these arsenals, once you leave this area, your kit will be saved. And then once you die, your kit will also be saved. And if you have a custom kit from the arsenal, then once you leave this area, it won't be saved. It'll just use the one that you saved from the arsenal. And then once you respawn, it'll apply the kit that you saved. So yeah, it stops you from having to run all the way into this arsenal room to get your kit again. You can just go right back in. Okay. I don't see any questions, so I'm gonna hop right in. This is gonna take me a fat minute to load because there's so much stuff, and I also don't want to go in too quickly, because if I do, then it will break. Basically, if you press continue too quickly, then it doesn't really like it when you do that. So I have to wait until this loads. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start off by going to the shooting range, which is over by the MOS training, and then teleport to shooting range, just like so. You go up the stairs. Once again, we're gonna try getting some wheelchair accessibility. Then here we have our scores and the controls. First off, for the controls, you can go 150, 200, 300, and 400. I'm gonna get a rangefinder out real quick. And as you can see, that is not displaying a range. There it is, 408 meters, close enough. So, I'm going to bring it back because there's no way I'm going to hit that. And when you don't have a score, it says no score has been logged yet, and I can also clear my score. So, if I take a few shots here, That should be like an average of 3. Yeah, so 13 points in 4 with an average of 3 points per shot. So that's pretty neat. And if I clear my score and show it again, it says no score has been logged. If I shoot one more time, get a 4, show score. There you go. The scores, let me bring this in. You can see here, right on the outer edge there, you have your 1, and then a 2, and then a 3, and then a 4, and then right in the center is a 5. So only the most skilled marksman would be able to hit a 5 there, especially on the further targets. But I'd say, that's what I'd say. Yeah, nice one, Siege. ORBAT is just the VMA change. I already showed the ships, and let's go back to the base so I can show off the shooting range. Next one is the Marksman Range, which is the one on the airport. And you have your arsenal there. This one has all of the options, and it also has a hide targets ability. And once your plane has landed or wherever, you can show the targets again. And there they are. So for this one, I'm just going to grab a higher powered scope. There we are. Yeah, so if I show my score, I have a score right now, so here would be a situation where you would want to clear your score. Just once I get to a new shooting range, I want to clear it, so nothing's from the last time. So if I take a shot here and it misses, then I am like, okay, I'm going to adjust up by 2. And that one is still a little low, so I'm going to go like maybe 3 and like 3 left. And then of course you can use like your HRAGs and all that nerdy stuff to get a precise one on the first shot, but this is close enough for me. A few adjustments on your target. And then I can show my score. I got 8. And I can bring it out to 1,000 meters and immerse myself. I guess like 5 maybe. Oh yeah, no. Maybe another 3. Still no. No. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna happen. Oh, look at that. What's that gonna be, like 10 mils? Man, it's really far to the left. That hit it. There we go. Oh, that was close. Look at that, score of 3. First try. Alright, that's pretty neat. Yeah, so I can like bring this into 400 again if I wanted to. And I can like clear my score and return to base. Next, helicopters and runway lights. We went over that. Oh yes. If I go back to the base and over here, I added in all of the new helicopters that are added with this new mod, the H60 pack. So you have your Pavehawk, S60, your Nighthawks, and your Blackhawks. If I go here to the spawn vehicles, they're all here. Of course I can't spawn in anything because all of them are blocked by the helicopters. So what I would have to do is either like fly this away. There it goes. And then I could pop in the DAP, which I found to be pretty cool. So there's that. AT range, here we go. For those of you who were in the previous unit, this is where we left off, and now I'm back to where we started. So, if I grab a javelin real quick, and I go, max target distance is currently 1500, spawn a land target. Oh, look at that, that's an error, boys. This is cringe. You know what? I've already done like 3 takes for this, so I'm just gonna sit here and fix it while I'm recording. And the 3 people that'll actually watch these videos will have to just kind of like scroll through and find where I fix it. Good luck with that. And I'm not even gonna show you how I do it. So this has to be a position. Ugh. Get to pause a SL. That should do it. Then I'm going to restart the mission. Ciao. Could probably log it, the thing at the end that says mission loading complete or something. Progress bar to load the mission. That'd be interesting. Okay, here we go, AT training. I'm just gonna try this right now. Oh, what do you know? Alright, vectors are cringe. I'm putting distance. Boom. Now that I think about it, probably should have tested this before I went and started recording. Nope, and that's why you wait for the mission to load, lads. But it's fine. We weren't going to use those helicopters anyways. Oh, hello. Okay, sweet. 180 degrees. Marked purple smoke, so you can see it over there. I'm going to snag some binoculars again. And a javelin. So, with the javelin, you don't really need to see the target. So I just see the purple smoke. I can go like, okay. Let me start seeking. There it is. Fire. And then it'll hit. Like so. Super easy. However, if I set the distance to something like 500 meters, spawn another target. It's at 177. Right there. For a few seconds you can kind of see it, but eventually the smoke will like cover it up, especially at the further distances and when the wind is really calm or in the wrong direction. It's like once again with a javelin I can just go and shoot it, or I can get a small. I guess here it's pretty much covered up. Yeah, get the range on that actually. Forgot what it said. That's okay though. So I can kind of like guess, because I can kind of see the stuff on the top. Right there. And that overshot big time. That's why you pay attention to the range that you're trying to get. Okay, yeah, so that was 400. So yeah, now once the smoke is gone, I can actually see it. And hit it. Like so. So what I can do, if I don't want the smoke, is I can go disable smoke, spawn another target. And this one's a new one at 177, right there. You can get another rocket. And I'm guessing like 200 maybe for that. And yeah, look at that. So there, I hit it and it blew up. So there's the shooting range for you. The max target distance, I can set it to something like 800. Then it'll spawn a new one at 146. Excuse me. Oh, there it is. Yep. I also found a solution to have it never spawn behind something that you, to the point where you can't see it, so it'll never spawn behind these hills or anything. It'll always search for a spot where the target is visible, even though it might be obscured a little bit by some trees, like this one is. You can still actually see the target, and you might be able to, like, I don't know, if you're trying to shoot it with not a javelin, you could come over here and get a nice angle on it. Or if you had a javelin, you could just set it to top down. There you go. Okay, next up, Marksman Range. We went over that. I'll go over the shoothouses real quick. And while I'm doing that, I might as well, I could just use the panel to come back, but nah. Okay, so here's our arsenal area. So I go over to this arsenal. You can see there are a few options here. First off, if I go retrieve loadout, but I don't have a loadout saved, so it doesn't do anything. However, if I go to the arsenal and say I got this thing out, and I said save loadout, first it tells me that I don't have earplugs. I could also add in some more stuff about, like, you don't have any bandages. It could check if you're a medic and then say you don't have any blood, but for now it's just the earplugs. So then I could say, let's grab some earplugs. So now I have the earplugs. Actually, if I leave here, it won't tell me that I'm missing earplugs. But if I go retrieve loadout, then my earplugs aren't there anymore. And if I leave again, it'll tell me I don't have any earplugs. And so if I change my gun to something else, and I go retrieve loadout, it'll switch it back. If I delete my loadout, and that removes the option to get the to remove it again, since I don't have it. And then if I grab something else, it once again tells me I don't have any earplugs, and then it says loadout saved. And then I can go here and delete the saved loadout again. And yeah, there's that. So with this one, this is a automatically saved kit, since the automatically saved kits are when you leave the arsenal building or when you die. For example, if I respawn, ordinarily it would just give me the basic kit with an M4, but since since it now saves your kit on your death, I now get this M21. And if you die inside of the arsenal, it's pretty weird. It like checks it twice, as you can see in the chat there. But if I go in here again, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. But if I grab like an M14 right now, and I go save loadout, and then I go back in here and I grab an LMG or something. So say I've like picked this up from the ground and I started running around, and then I died. It won't save that LMG. It will save the. This thing is whack. It'll save the one that I chose. So there you go. If you manually save it while you're in the arsenal, it will default to that instead of the one that you save when you die. Okay. Any questions? I suppose not. I guess I better demonstrate the shoot houses right now. What were the changes? Oh yeah, spectator first. This is the spectator sound. I can go spectate the pit. Once I get more things, I'll probably have like, you know, shoot house 1 and shoot house 2. But for now, it's just north. I can look out here. I can go up to the main area and look out. That's pretty neat. And I can also go to the south. There's also a return to base option. And I can look out here. If you shoot the enemies from with your spectator, then you are cringe. Okay, now I can go switch mode. The default is the responsive AI that shoots back, but I can switch to unresponsive AI now. I can also switch it back to responsive, and then I can start like shoot house 1. And then it still plugs that error, but that's not a big deal. And I can go here. Look at this guy, isn't he neat? I can shoot around him, he won't respond. And yeah, so I can just like go around cleaning the rooms, and they will never react to you. So here's another one. I'm just gonna like shoot these guys, and they don't ever react. So there you go. That's the new shoot house and all the new changes. See you later.